My name is Muiz Wale Memud, a master student in OKAN20f, Department of Architecture. I'll be taking you through my semester project titled Application of Bioarchitecture Principle in Office Building. Frank Lloyd Wright once said, nature is the inspiration of all ornamentation. But when we talk about bioarchitecture, it's beyond taking the aesthetics of nature, but we also need to find a way to adopt the way nature actually live in their colony. So when we talk about architecture, it's the combination of aesthetics and the functionality. So I'll be taking you through my design in the next slide. I'll be focusing on office building because office life consumes a huge amount of energy. So over the years, nature has been an inspiration for designers and architects. So the idea of bioarchitecture in itself doesn't strike anything new. Truth be told, it may be contended that bioarchitecture is not so much of a new philosophy, but a revisitation of our soonest motivations. New innovations has permitted us to explore and imitate the framework that our predecessors couldn't exploit on a large scale. The proposed design and project will display the utilization of bioarchitecture principle in the area of office buildings. It features the bioarchitecture principles important to accomplish environmentally friendly building and energy efficient structures. To achieve this, the project is divided into three phases: the article, the matrix, and the design itself. Um, my keywords for this project will be bioarchitecture, biomimicry, eco-friendly building, and energy efficient buildings. To have in-depth knowledge of what bioarchitecture is, I looked up on two articles. The first article is The Future of Architecture, Biodigital Architecture by Alberto T. Esteves. The second one is by Karchu, Metaphysics of Genetic Architecture. And also, I checked on four buildings that adopted the use of bioarchitecture principles. The first one is the National Tanchon Theatre, the ALDA headquarters, the Eden Project, and the Benji National Stadium. I did SWOT analysis on these four buildings. SWOT analysis is checking the strengths, the weakness, the opportunities, and the threats of the building. This is the matrix table. It will give me insights into the case studies. The first column here is the detail of the building, the architect, the field of use, the biophilic characteristics, the year of project, the size, material, landscape, transportation into the building, water conservation and recycling systems, the waste management and recycling systems, energy efficient solutions, the renewable energy system use, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So the first building here will be the National Tancho Theatre. It was designed by Toyo Ito. The building is an opera house in Tanchun, Taiwan. The architect drew inspiration from the formation of rocks, cave, and transience of water for his design. The external envelope of the building plays a key role in controlling the environmental strategies. It was built in 2009. The estimated area of the structure is 57,685 square meters. The curved walls of the building are made of concrete poured into a prefabricated steel cage with three layers of mesh on either side, which was then and plastered to achieve the surface texture required for the interiors. Uh, for the landscape, we have the gray field, we have artificial water body and natural landscape. The building is accessible by metro line, cars, bicycle, and pedestrian pathway. Rainwater from the roof is collected and used for landscape irrigation. Black and gray water is collected and processed for use in flushing toilets. The building has efficient waste management cycle. Presence of large glazing, curtain wall to improve daylighting, and air holes to improve ventilation, and on the long run reduces the energy consumption. The strength of the building, I deducted four strengths. The first one is the building has adopted the use of uh, passive cooling. We have natural lighting also. We have green roof, which helps in regulating the building temperature. We have artificial water bodies around the building, which helps in cooling the building through evaporating cooling techniques. The weakness, there is absence of solar panel to further improve the renewable energy sources. Opportunity to explore new technology in building. The threat, changes in zoning of the neighborhood. The second building, which is Alda El Kota, it was designed by Marwan Zaib. The vision for the Alda El Kota was to create almost a mini city where people can live, study, play, and work in one destination. It's a mixed-use building. The architects drew inspiration from clamshells and understanding the importance of geometric round shape. Architects Mawazeb conceived it as two large glass facades being held together vertically as an open shell. The circle symbolizes unity, stability, rationality. It is also the symbol of infinity without beginning or end, the perfection, the ultimate geometric symbol. It was built in 2010. The floor area is 61,900 meters square. The material used are glass and steel. For the landscape, we have greenfield and natural landscape. It is accessible by car and pedestrian. It has pedestrian pathway also. The building processes very efficient water conservation and recycling system. The project also adopts a subterranean vacuum waste collection system, which transfers the waste directly to a local waste transfer station for recycling and compacting, eliminating the need for refuse collection vehicles. The system is the first of its kind in Abu Dhabi. The system sucks rubbish directly to a local waste transfer station by recycling and compacting. In addition, energy efficient variable air volume (VAV) cooling system, energy efficient lighting fittings and control, and water efficient sanitary features were used. This unique shape building was produced by very high efficiency of net and gross area. We have large glazing, which allows for maximum utilization of natural lighting, thereby reducing the consumption of energy. For the strength, presence of natural lighting, adequate natural ventilation, natural water body around the building, which helps in cooling the building. The top project is the Eden Project. It was designed by Grimshaw Architects. The Eden Project incorporates two biomes, which contains plants that are collected from many diverse climate and environments. The biomes consist of hundreds of hexagonal and pentagonal ethylene tetrafluoroethylene inflated cell supported by geodesic tubular steel domes. It was completed in year 2000. The tropical biome covers 1.56 hectares. The structure is made of double curved glulam timber beam. We trace the supply chain of the copper for the roof from a single Rio Tinto mine known for its high environmental and social standards all the way to Eden. Elsewhere in the core, you will find recycled wood, plant-based flooring, and concrete from China clay sand. The little green tiles are made from recycled Heineken bottles. For the landscape, we have network of gardens, artificial and natural water bodies, and land landscape. For transportation, it is accessible by car, bicycle, and it also has pedestrian pathway. For the water conservation and recycling systems, we have automated tap water, which saves water by turning on and off itself using sensor. It has efficient waste management cycle. The For the energy efficient solutions, the wall are super insulated with warm cell made from recycled newspaper. We have for the lobby, it reduces heat loss through front door and underground tubes warm the air before it enters the building. The renewable energy system used, photovoltaic panels on the roof provides electricity, although the building is mainly powered through a renewable energy tariff. The strength of the building, the dome maximizes daylighting from their transparent covering. Plants within the structure provide shade and cool environment. The form possesses very good aesthetics. Most of the construction material used were made from recyclable materials. The last project I have here is the Benji National Stadium. It was designed by Azog and Demaron. The stadium seats 100,000 people with a gross floor area of approximately 250,000 square meter. It is about 69 to 70 meters high. The stadium project takes the shape of bird nest, which is also important uh, in Chinese culture. It was completed in year 2008. The stadium is 330 meters long, 220 meters wide, and 69 meters high. For the materials, exterior structure consists of 36 kilometers of unwrapped steel with a combined weight of 46,000 tons. Two-stage steel members are all unique. The landscape, we have the greenfield and natural landscape. It is accessible by metro, trams, bicycle, and cars. Uh, for the water conservation and recycling system, the water tower acts as a resented several projects to reduce water consumption and improve water resource management. It also has stormwater management strategy in place. The stadium is able to control its temperature naturally by advanced geothermal technology that gathers hot and cold air from stadium soil. The strengths, I have the first one is eco-friendly landscape. It has greenfield in place, retractable roof design which allows for artificial lighting and ventilation, advanced geothermal technology which gathers hot and cool air from stadium soil in order to control the temperature of the structure. The opportunity, it's the innovation behind the complex design has given birth to more design strategies to addressing complex structures and bioarchitecture. From the case studies and the articles I looked up to, I drew some conclusions which will help me in designing a functional building. Uh, the first one is all the listed case studies above collectively show the idea of drawing inspiration from the natural form. They show incorporation of principles from living nature. The study buildings exhibit balance of aesthetics and function. The buildings display great extent of biomimicry. Green building practices were also utilized to attain the sustainability status. The structures made use of eco-friendly, renewable, and less economic materials. Not all the projects have the presence of ecological features, which reduces the chance of achieving the sustainability goal. The case studies have functioning water recycling system and energy efficiency was also achieved. I stated some recommendations for this article. From the understanding reached in the above research and case study assessed, one important factor to note is that bioarchitecture goes beyond just mimicking nature itself. Architects should also incorporate the pattern and organization found in natural forms. Um, Secondly, scientists and architects should continually take inspiration from nature for the purpose of functionality and commercial application. Attention should be given to building landscape. Landscape elements such as trees, green area, water bodies can help improve user comfort. Having to design in a region where they have extreme to distinct climates, such as hot and cold climates, the design should be able to provide comfort during this period. This is the last phase of my semester project. The sheet has the landscape map, the transport analysis, the site analysis, the bioarchitecture concept, the conceptual analysis also. The site is situated in an industrial area of Qatar, close to IBB Azan, Dohan Sports Complexi, and Borilekti RMT Atoliesi. The project will sit on a single block, spreading over a land area of 13,600 square meter. Since the site is located in a central part of the neighborhood, it has several transportation opportunities, which will increase the accessibility of the site. Uh, Also, in achieving my design, the surrounding road, axis, and street level data were evaluated. Pedestrian flow was therefore taken into consideration while proposing a floor layout scheme. For my conceptual analysis, I drew inspiration from honeycomb. Aside having aesthetic symbol, the also represents a highly organized colony. Some of the biological features what mimicking includes how bees cool their hive. They have water collector bees that fill their bellies with water. They fly back home, then regurgitate the liquid. Other bees pour it up and spit it around the hive, allowing the colony to cool as the water evaporates. This is very similar to having water bodies around the building, which help cool the building during hot weather using evaporative cooling techniques. Uh, some other strategies they improvise for chilling out. The bees found in the hive. Others they leave the hive to increase the airflow. This is more like having spacious rooms. It helps increase the airflow and make the room cooler without having to depend fully on active cooling system. During hot conditions, some bees transform themselves into living storage tank, bulging the water stored in an expandable region of their tummy. The bees also stash some water in honeycomb cell. We can relate that to water conservation and waste management. More like having rainwater collector storage for domestic use. As for the energy saving purpose, the honeycomb like structure can act as sunscreen to block direct sunlight and cold wind, and also form convection currents to lower the temperature of heated glass. This is similar to having double skin facade. Some bioarchitecture elements are present in my design are biomimicry, regenerative design, passive system of ventilation, use of natural materials, incorporation of water elements, natural light, proper building orientation, and insulation. To improve the indoor environmental quality, I paid attention to the building orientation. The longer side of the building will be facing the north, and the shortest side will be facing the east and the west. This is the site plan and the basement floor plan. Some of the considerations when designing this site plan is to have enough edible landscape to cool the building. So in order to achieve that, I introduced basement car park in order to reduce the hard landscape on the site. I have water body at the front of the building and at the center of the site, which is the fountain. The road leading to the back, as indicated there by the purple arrow, that's the service entrance. The right side, the blue arrow, that's the road leading to the basement, and the orange arrow at the left side, that's the main entrance to the building. And for the basement floor plan, I have the mechanical unit, the storage facility, I have electrical unit and technician's office. On this sheet, I have the ground floor, the first floor, and roof terrace, which is the second floor. On the ground floor, the spaces I have there are entrance, reception, waiting area, VIP lounge, exhibition hall, security office, store outlet, restaurant, kitchen, open office, service lobby, and water bodies. For the first floor, I have indoor recreation, chill zone, webinar room, admin office, multipurpose hall, store outlet, open office, library, boardroom. On this sheet, I have the roof plan, the front elevation, the back elevation, uh, left elevation, right elevation, section one and section two. Uh, I would like to take a bit of my time here so as to appreciate the design a bit. On this sheet, I have the architecture elements in my design blown up. I have the roof garden, which helps cool the building. I have the double skin facade details. On the outer layer of the skin facade, I introduce BIPV, Building Integrated Photovoltaic. And for the shell around the building also, it serves as shading device, and I introduced BIPV for that also. I have the power foundation detail and rain harvesting diagram.